Welcome to this session on Introduction to Waste. We humans depend on many things from our environment to satisfy our various needs. And in the process of our development, we generate or produce a lot of things which are actually of no use to us, and we simply discard them. We often buy packet foods, bottled drinks, canned food, etc. But what exactly we do after having it? We throw away the wrapper or the bottles, right? And what about the leftover food or vegetables from the kitchen? Yes, even that goes into our dustbin. We discard a lot of things like the old newspaper, plastic and cardboard wrappings, broken objects, and the list just continues. We discard or throw away such things because they can no longer be of any use to us, or they might be unwanted, defective, old, or worthless. And such objects which are no longer of any use to us are called waste. This waste can be as small as a used pen to as large as an old vehicle. Also, waste to one person may not necessarily be waste to another. We normally get rid of the waste generated at homes by keeping our bins outside the house, right? But is that the end of it? No. These wastes undergo series of processes, right from its collection, segregation, transportation. Some wastes are even treated and then finally are disposed of. So let's see the various places of its origin from where the waste can be collected. Let's begin with the waste generated in our house during the various day-to-day activities, which is the domestic waste. The next one is industrial waste. This includes all the various waste generated during different industrial processes. The next one is clinical or biomedical waste. This mainly includes the waste from the hospitals, nursing homes, pathological laboratories, medical clinics, etc. Agricultural activities, which generate different waste products. Animal waste. This includes animal waste products associated with agriculture and also the waste from slaughterhouses. Nuclear waste. The waste products of the nuclear power plants includes radioactive minerals and metals. Utmost care has to be taken for this type of waste. Mineral waste. It includes heavy metal residues found around mines like lead, arsenic, cadmium, etc. These metal particles pollute the surrounding air and water. Well friends, here we are done with collecting waste from all the various places of its origin. The next we have to do is segregate them or say separate them. But how will we be doing that? Well, there are certain ways by which we can classify the waste. Let's look at them one by one. According to the kind or form of waste generated, we classify waste into three categories. The solid waste can be easily seen. It is generated from different types of activities like construction, industries, mining, domestic use, etc. The wastewater from our homes and the liquid chemical effluents from various industries are liquid waste. Can you all guess any type of gaseous waste? Gaseous waste includes poisonous gases from various industries. On the basis of amount of moisture present in the waste, it is of two types: wet waste and dry waste. You might have all seen those plastic containers which are mostly kept alongside the pavements, right? Another way of classification of waste is according to their effect on human health and environment. Hazardous. From the name itself, we know hazard means some kind of danger or risk, right? Hazardous wastes are those wastes that could be toxic and harmful to humans, animals, and plants as well. These wastes may catch fire very easily. They are very reactive, corrosive, and even explosive. These wastes can be from hospital, industrial, or even domestic in origin. Whereas the non-hazardous waste are the ones which does not have any harmful effect on our environment or life on earth. According to their properties, waste can be classified as biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Waste that are organic, the one which can be easily broken down by the action of microorganisms over the time, are called biodegradable waste. Whereas the non-degradable waste are the ones which cannot be broken down by microorganisms and will remain on the earth for years until we properly manage them. So friends, here we saw the various ways by which we can classify the waste. But wait a second, in which category of waste will this old television set fall under? Old television set and similar products like computers, VCRs, stereos, fax machines, etc. fall under a special category of waste called e-waste or waste electronic or electrical equipment. It is the name given for electronic products nearing the end of their useful lives. After knowing all these, aren't you guys wondering why we need to study or know about things which are just waste for us? This is because when left uncared, these wastes accumulate and cause serious health hazards. And we all know plastic degrades very slowly, which is why it is such a big problem. Moreover, many aquatic animals like whales, seal, turtles die every year from plastic bag litters as they often mistake plastic bags for their food. Similarly, many terrestrial animals like cows, dogs, and even many birds eat plastic from the dumping sites and ultimately leading to their death. Apart from causing these health hazards, they even add to different types of pollution like air, water, soil, etc. One such health hazard occurred long back in 1953 in a small city called Minamata in Japan, which had the region's largest fertilizer producing industry. The Minamata Bay present in that city was highly polluted with the wastewater released from fertilizer plant, which contained excessive amounts of mercury in it. The highly toxic compound bioaccumulated in fish and shellfish in the bay, which were eaten by the people living around the bay, which gave rise to Minamata disease. It is a toxic disorder of central nervous system. So to conclude, we saw the various sources of waste, classified them, and also saw the health hazards associated with improper waste management. So in our upcoming session, we will see the various ways by which we can reduce or treat or some ways of managing this waste. So stay tuned with Let's Do It. Make it easy. Thank you.